Greek military history spans thousands of years and is a tapestry woven with tales of epic battles, strategic innovations, and powerful city-states vying for dominance. Understanding this rich history offers insight into the evolution of Western military thought, the political dynamics of ancient civilizations, and the foundations of current military strategies. Greek military history is characterized by its distinctive approach to warfare, emphasizing tactical innovations like the phalanx formation, which became a staple of ancient Greek combat. The significance of this point lies in its profound influence on not only Greek society, but the broader scope of Western military doctrine. The battles fought by the Greeks, such as those at Marathon and Thermopylae, were not just military engagements, they were defining moments that shaped the identity and destiny of Western civilization. These conflicts directly connected the city-state's resilience to larger questions of freedom, governance, and cultural identity, themes that continue to resonate today. Specific examples illustrating Greek military history include the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, where the Athenians' surprising triumph against the Persian forces showcased the effectiveness of hoplite warfare and galvanized Greek confidence in collective defense. Meanwhile, the stand of King Leonidas and his Spartans at Thermopylae in 480 BCE exemplifies the heroic ethos and strategic prowess that have made it an enduring symbol of courage and sacrifice against overwhelming odds. Supporters of the study of Greek military history argue that these battles offer timeless lessons in leadership, strategy, and human resilience. They emphasize how Greek tactics and organizational innovation laid the groundwork for future military endeavors throughout history. Nevertheless, there are potential challenges in interpreting Greek military history. Some historians argue that accounts of these battles might be exaggerated or romanticized, primarily originating from Greek sources with inherent biases. Alternative viewpoints suggest examining these events through a broader cultural and political perspective, considering not just battlefield tactics but also the socio-political context and repercussions across the Mediterranean and beyond. This introduction to Greek military history is pivotal, connecting and influencing other aspects of significant battles that defined Greek history. By analyzing how these conflicts shaped alliances and rivalries among city-states such as Athens and Sparta, we can better understand their legacy on the political dynamics and military strategies that continue to evolve. Ultimately, this understanding allows for a deeper appreciation of how historical narratives shape both ancient and modern conceptions of warfare and leadership. The heading, Significant Battles That Defined Greek History, refers to the pivotal conflicts that not only shaped ancient Greece, but also influenced Western civilization. These battles, fought between the Greek city-states and external enemies such as the Persians and, later, amongst themselves during civil strife, highlight the resilience, strategic ingenuity, and martial prowess of the Greeks. Their outcomes affected the balance of power in the ancient world, contributing to the cultural and political legacy of Greece that endures to this day. The significance of these battles lies in their transformative impact on Greek society and their role in defending the cultural and political independence of the Greek states. For instance, the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE demonstrated the effectiveness of the phalanx formation and the unity of the Greek city-states against a common foe, the Persian Empire. It not only secured Athenian democracy, but also inspired a narrative of freedom versus despotism that resonates throughout Western history. Similarly, the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE, although a tactical loss, served as a strategic delay that allowed the Greeks to regroup and eventually gain a decisive victory at the Battle of Salamis. These events underscored the importance of unity and strategic depth in defense, fostering a legacy of courage and resistance that would be echoed in later European conflicts. Nevertheless, these monumental engagements were not without controversy. Some historians argue that the glorification of certain battles, like Thermopylae, skews historical perception by romanticizing war at the expense of peace-building efforts that were equally crucial for Greek development. Moreover, there are differing views on the consequences of these victories. The battles spurred Athenian dominance in the Delian League, a precursor to the Peloponnesian War, which inflicted severe damage on the Greek city-states' cooperative spirit. The connections these battles forge with broader Greek history are manifold. They not only set the stage for the rise of Athens as a formidable cultural and political power, but also indirectly led to internal conflicts that would test and eventually topple Greek unity, paving the way for foreign domination by Macedonia and Rome. In doing so, these battles left an indelible mark on Greek history and identity, influencing subsequent military and political strategies across Europe and shaping Western civilization's core values of democracy, strategy, and resistance against oppression. The Battle of Marathon, fought in 490 BCE, stands as one of the most significant military engagements in Greek history. This battle occurred during the First Persian invasion of Greece and saw the heavily outnumbered Athenians achieve a surprising victory over the might of the Persian Empire. The battle took place on the Marathon Plain in northeastern Attica, and its outcome had profound implications for the Greek world. The significance of the Battle of Marathon in Greek history cannot be overstated. It not only marked a critical turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars, but also served as a symbol of Greek unity and resilience. Despite their numerical disadvantage, the Greeks, led primarily by Athenian generals, managed to decisively defeat the Persians, demonstrating the effectiveness of their hoplite phalanx tactics and instilling a newfound confidence in the Greek city-states. Specific examples highlight the battle's lasting impact. First, the victory at Marathon gave the Athenians time to prepare for future Persian invasions, particularly the larger-scale assault that would come a decade later at battles like Thermopylae and Salamis. Second, the legend of the soldier Phidippides, who is said to have run from Marathon to Athens to announce the victory before collapsing and dying, inspired the modern marathon race, bridging ancient history and modern culture. Opinions supporting the significance of the Battle of Marathon often emphasize its role in preserving Greek culture and democracy. Had the Persians won, the course of Western civilization might have been radically different, potentially stifling the development of what would become the foundations of Western political and philosophical thought. However, challenges and controversies surround the narrative of Marathon. Some historians question the accuracy of ancient sources, which often romanticized the Greek victory and the heroics involved. Additionally, there is debate about the extent of the battle's long-term impact. While it undoubtedly boosted Greek morale, some argue that the Persian threat was not as existentially dire as portrayed. The Battle of Marathon connects deeply with other aspects of Greek history by setting the stage for the subsequent rise of Athens as a major power in Greece. It galvanized Greek city-states to confront external threats cooperatively, paving the way for continued resistance against Persian aggression. The successful defense at Marathon thus became an enduring symbol of defiance and unity that would resonate throughout Greek and, later, Western history. The Battle of Thermopylae is one of the most iconic engagements in Greek history, representing the fierce resistance and valor of the Greeks in the face of overwhelming odds. Thermopylae, fought over 3 days in 480 BCE, was a clash between the Greek city-states, led by King Leonidas of Sparta, and the massive forces of Xerxes I of Persia. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Greek forces utilized strategic advantage, terrain, and sheer determination to hold off the Persians temporarily. This battle is significant because it exemplifies the unity and resolve of the Greek city-states in defending their homeland and their way of life against foreign invasion. One significant outcome was the galvanization of Greek sentiment towards unity, which laid the groundwork for cooperative defense efforts in subsequent battles like Salamis and Plataea. Thermopylae is celebrated as a symbol of courage and sacrifice, illustrating how a small, well-motivated, and strategically astute force can effectively challenge a more powerful adversary. This theme resonates throughout history, cited in numerous military and philosophical texts, offering valuable lessons on leadership and strategy. Some of the most notable examples include the rallying effect it had on the Greek populace, inspiring other city-states to unite and fend off Persian forces in later confrontations. Additionally, Leonidas's stand has been extolled in literature and popular culture, exemplified in contemporary references such as the film 300, which, despite artistic liberties, captures the essence of Spartan defiance and heroism. The story of Thermopylae is not devoid of controversy. Some historians argue that the glorification of a battle the Greeks lost overshadows more strategically significant victories. There are also alternative interpretations regarding the actual impact of the engagement on the wider Greco-Persian Wars. Critics note that emphasizing Leonidas' last stand might neglect the broader collaborative efforts that eventually led to Greek success. In the broader context of Greek history, Thermopylae helps underscore the importance of strategic location and resolve in military engagements. It highlights how individual and collective action can pivotally influence broader outcomes, affecting the trajectory of Greek resistance against powerful empires. It decisively shaped Greek identity and historical narrative, contributing to a legacy that celebrates bravery, strategic acumen, and sacrifice in defense of freedom and cultural continuity. As such, Thermopylae is more than just a historical event. It is a profound narrative that continues to inspire discussions on courage and unity in the face of daunting challenges.